That's fine. Okay. Now here we have a plan structure. Now the term according to the requirement in the organization, we are implementing all those steps. Now suppose it is not only for the HR department. Talent acquisition is not only for a HR department, it is for overall organization. Now talent acquisition, when we are implementing this process, we need to identify where is the requirement, because we have a very planned structure, like which method we need to use to acquire the talent in respective department. Now suppose, can we have a same process to for a recruitment of a CEO and maybe a supervisor? We can't have. We need to identify which will be the right or appropriate process to recruit your CEO of the organization, and what is the method or what is the source will be used to recruit the supervisor of the organization. So according to the designation also, we need to identify, we need to give a priority like when, what, where, how. So we are raising a many question while planning, and at the time of a proper implementation, we are also generating certain alternative. The objective of a talent acquisition is that we need talented employee at that particular designation. The gap or that particular loophole which is created by maybe according to the demand of the organization, or maybe there are different reason why the people, suppose a person is left your organization because of his personal reason, or maybe a sudden death, or maybe a relocation or transfer or a promotion. So there is a requirement, there is a vacancy created against in an organization, maybe any position. So you need to fulfill that, and we are having an objective that we are keeping in mind that we want a right person, right talent at that particular position who will occupy, we will take a charge of that designation. So that's why we are calling this as a talent acquisition. Now suppose we want to define it, it is in a proper sense, it is a process of developing a full-fledged strategy to attract and recruit a top talent. Now we are very much aware about it. Is very important that this particular process that is linked, it is a recruitment process basically in a general sense, but in a talent management strategy we are calling it as an acquisition of a talent, which is the first phase of a talent management strategy. Okay, acquisition of a talent. Now here, according to your syllabus, it is very important that like we need to identify like how to develop a high potential employee. So that is when we recruit an employee, we need to finalizing the designation. Designation means though the person is recruited or selected for HR department, we have not given, we have not appointed on particular designation. He is a HR trainee. Even you people, when you will get a job in any organization, they will refer you as a not a specific designation, but you maybe time, like a tenure for being a manager, a trainee manager will differ company to company. But here you need to notice that like suppose in a first month they will call you as a HR trainee in maybe according to your domain, HR trainee, or maybe a finance management head, a financial trainee person, not a financial manager. And afterwards, during that period, your performance is observed by a higher authority, and that particular period is called, anybody can say that? If you remember, I already discussed that. What exactly meant by that particular first phase when you join in any organization? What do you call that first maybe a few days, a few months, a few year also? What we call that particular days?
Probation.
Probation.
Probation period.
Very true, very true. Probation period. So in that particular, you are working as a trainee. So they are not appointing you a full-fledged authority. They are not giving you a full-fledged authority. So here the object is like under this talent acquisition, they are trying to identify whether their selection is correct or not. Because it is again, they are taking a chance. Taking a chance means it is a probability base. They are not aware about whether my selected candidate is exactly the same person which I am looking to occupy that particular position. So it is a gambling sort of. Gambling में कैसे होता है? We are taking a chance. We are not aware about what exactly will happen. Here also, suppose according to the qualification and according to just notifying their certificates, files and certificates, we are giving opportunity to that candidate to work in the organization. And this is very, very important phase of that particular candidate also, and for the organization also, to observe the work performance of that candidate during these initial days. Now, even it is informed and according to the HR rule or a company rules, while you are signing on your documentation that we are calling as an agreement. Here it is there clearly mentioned that once we are signing on authority, maybe first 6 months you are working as a probationary officer, not on a specific designation. So you need to read all the terms which is written into that particular agreement later, and after that only you need to sign. Okay, so even I'm just guiding you whenever you will getting this particular appointment and need will chance to sign on such a agreement, please, because it is not a 1 or 2 pages. Yes, appointment letter is a 1 page, but there is an enclosure attachment with many pages. So, and again, suppose the font size is small, then you people ignore ki are theek hai, it's okay, but not okay. There are certain hidden agenda. Okay, and at the time of suppose rules and regulation, even in earlier lecture also, in HR operation also, I already suggested you, like there are a certain hidden agenda where they are notifying you according to rules and regulation, the protocols, every minute detail which is you can learn or you can read into that agreement. And suppose you commit certain any mistake, or if you they will catch you during your any misbehavior, misconduct in the organization, then they will remind you, you have signed on an agreement where you was agree on, like I will not behave against the company rule. Okay, so you people make sure yourself like you are signing on a proper document. Okay, you have gone through the particular documentation and then only sign on that. Okay, maybe there are certain time they are giving you, like suppose you are not fulfill the criteria regarding education qualification, maybe certain certification courses hai, any other qualification, and they're giving a time, within a 2 years you need to clear your so and so examination. Okay, and you can't say like, so I was aware about, but I forgot to give this particular exam, and I forget to take that particular certification course. No, you can't say, because it is a priority of that particular job, and once you want that job, it means it become your priority also, so you can't ignore. Okay, so it's very, very important, like in our particular agreement, it is written that in a tenure, being a once we join as a lecturer, it is a compulsory made by university also, you need a degree, that is the highest degree in a academician. What is that degree? Doctorate of Philosophy. So according to your domain, you need to take that particular degree, you need to apply for the degree. It is a compulsory. Now though at an early stage only, you can't enter into the academic without a PhD degree. So there are a certain rules and regulation for every designation. Even for simple, where the qualification doesn't matter, the criteria, like I'm always giving example of there are a certain security people or suppose sweeper also. So you can't appoint a person who are very aged as a sweeper, because you know that that person is not physically fit. Okay, maybe he is allergic to some anything or chemical, whether company is providing certain chemical to for a sweeping purpose and all that. So you people are aware about that person is not physically fit, will you appoint that person? Not at all. So for particular position, you are also going through the medical checkup. Okay, now we have a different, under the talent acquisition we have a different, at a time of, because of this is scrutiny of the employee, we are always trying to identify whether that particular employee which we are recruiting for our organization is suitable to that particular designation or not. So prior to that, earlier many normally we have a emotional intelligent quotient, so that is a general sense. But considering the in last 1 decade, many organizations that started with one more quotient, they are identifying what is that quotient. What is that quotient? Parallel to your IQ, it is tested. Which quotient is tested now? Many organizations, they have started implementing that.
EQ.
Emotional quotient.
And why it is
Yes.
important?
And also spiritual question, ma'am.
Yes, specifically considering if it is an Indian country, Indian company.
Yes, yes.
Okay, because we are always follow our Indian ethos and values. We are very spiritual company because every day we are celebrating and we are, it is like your culture. Okay, so why we are giving importance to this EQ under the your talent acquisition? Why? And that is again we have started not more than 2 decades. Can you brief on that? Why it is important nowadays? Anyone?
And through this, we can identify how the person's behavior is and how he is capable of handling the stress of the work.
What can you define me? Anyone? What is mean by emotional quotient, or what is mean by emotions?
Ma'am, emotional question means how the particular person or employee takes the situations or manage his emotions during in workplace.
Definitely, because how you behave at the workplace is very important. Here, your qualification is a one side. Okay, how to behave, like with your higher authority, your behavior is totally changed. You are not behaving with the same intention with your colleague or with your lower employee. Because what happened, even suppose you are in a family, if he is your family member, then your behavior is totally changed with that person. According to the timing also your behavior change. Take this is a home assignment. Huh? Today's home assignment. Now, maybe tomorrow's assignment, from early morning, you just observe your behavior. Now that you are not moving outside of your home also. Okay. But actually, during from early morning till the night, you just observe your behavior, and after every 4 hours, you just note that how you behave with the, maybe on a telephonic conversation with a maybe friend, or maybe a faculty, or maybe with any senior person from your respective company where you are doing your SIP. Why there is a difference? Person is same, and a person is you, but while dealing with the secondary person, automatically you are changing your behavior. Why? Who is telling you to change your behavior? That to change your tone, to change the words. Who is saying that? Who is triggering you to behave in like that way? That is your emotions. So here it is very important that according to the situation, your emotion change. You know, nowadays you are using on WhatsApp messages emoji bolte na usko. You people are, I know that many people, they are you are very familiar with the emoji. So you are showing your expression ki you are serious, or you are angry, or you are happy, you are you are sad, with giving certain facial expression. Okay, so it is very important that during your talent acquisition, parallel to this IQ quotient, you need to identify the EQ, that is the emotional quotient. You need to keep this is a special criteria where it is very important, because that goes parallelly with the when the person is at the position, when you are assigning the particular authority to that candidate, selected candidate. Now the term is that candidate, how during the first phase also you can easily identify how that person is behaving with the higher authority, how that person is behaving with his colleague, with his junior people, subordinates, how he's taking a decision in a critical situation. Many times in during an interview also, or during the probation period also, it is tested by giving you a certain situation, doing having certain case analysis. So they're observing your behavior, how you tackle this particular situation in the company. They can also ask you, like suppose this is a one critical situation and you need to appoint certain maybe a certain panel, and it is a site considered a recruitment and selection. So how you do a recruitment in a critical situation? Okay, so they are observing your talent, they are analyzing your performance. So here parallelly they are also identifying your emotions. So there are different parameters to how to identify your emotional quotient. Okay, so it is like a swing of your mood according to the situation. Okay, it is very important nowadays. Parallel to that, Sneha is saying कि ma'am spirituality is very important. So spiritual quotient, so that goes with your culture, your family values, your country values, your morality. So this is very important concerning with the, because Indian people, they are very most of the people, they are praying a god, and we believe in the god. So how it is, because normally universally it is true that the person who is a spiritual person, they are not many times they are behaving in a proper sense. Okay, and it is a responsibility of an organization, especially this HR team, during this talent acquisition to select the right candidate. So yes, one criteria, it is a educational qualification. So your certification gives the proof of that ki yes, you have a proper qualification from authentic source. We need to check that, because most of the organization, even you, there are a proper university which is already blacklisted from the UGC. Okay, suppose you people are holding a degree of respective institute or respective university, that candidate is not selected. So already the list is available on net also. These are a certain blacklisted universities, and you people are so lucky that your Pune University is one of the well-known university in India. Okay, so it is very important that, because you are paying for that, paying for your certification, paying for your degree. So you need to, prior to take a admission for respective courses, respective degree or a certificate, you must take a survey, and whether this particular college or institute is doing or giving a certification under the authentic source or not. Many people, they are having a list of this particular proper universities. Already they are having a list, and they are trying to match with you are giving, whenever you are submitting your CV to respective during your when you are getting a call in your campus placement also. So the people are aware that the person is getting a certificate after the 2 years you are eligible, and you are getting a certificate of Pune University, Savitribai Phule Pune University, and they are aware about this is one of the authentic university, very popular university in the India, in the Maharashtra. Okay, so it is very important that your qualification, which gives us an idea whether you are doing this degree or not. Then, like a importance of talent development process in the concerning with the talent acquisition. Now we know that this particular earlier we have started with the talent management planning. Okay, now here we are giving a broad view for from these three, like how to acquire, then how to work on this selected candidate. This is a planning process. We already finished with the talent management planning, that is unit number 2. Now here your third unit, which totally give detail on like a talent acquisition. Yes, Neha, you want to say something?
Ma'am, I was having, yes, ma'am, I'm having a doubt. Is there any difference between recruiting and talent acquisition? Because in
No,
both the process we have means we recruit the skilled persons and at the right time and all that thing. So is there any difference?
no, there is no difference. No
Okay.
difference. Talent management concept come after a 1 decade. Okay, earlier recruitment and selection is a old concept. Under that only, now there was a, we are giving a, this particular now I just giving one example of, earlier we are calling a HRM department. Prior to that we are having a personal department. Are you aware about the history or the evolution of the HRM department? You might have gone through an HRM subject. Okay, now earlier we used to call as a personal department, not personal department. After a many management thinker, they have come with the key, because we are recruiting not a person, we are giving a human resource. We used to call it as a human resource. Okay, then it become a human resource management department. nowadays, what is the terminology we are using? That you are learning this subject in this semester. What is that? Anyone? Sneha, you are having this subject. Yes, anyone? SHRM. It is an extension of HRM only. The concept remains same. You are learning under this particular HRM also. What you learn in human resource management, same thing you are learning in a SHRM. But what is the difference? Here, each and every process, each and every step which we learn in a human resource management, now we are everything keeping a certain strategic objective in a mind, we are framing that. So subject become a strategic human resource management. Same thing happened in the talent management topic. Now here we know that earlier we are doing a manpower planning. Okay, it's true, very true. Now here talent management means what? Managing that manpower. Okay, okay, are you getting or not, Sneha?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Conceptual idea is remains same. Difference is that now we are focusing because we want to make that particular process perfect. So why we are giving this word talent management? Because everyone behind that we want a right person at a right particular position. Okay, because we are investing on that. If because money, everyone is working hard for money. And suppose that person is not the right person, then what will happen? That your investment, it is a zero. It become a zero. Because if he is not giving, he is not showing potential, or he is not giving his contribution for the profit maximization of an organization, it means you have invested in your investment become a zero. So talent management is a complete process where all the HR functioning जो है हमारा HR के basic function है, we are dealing with all that, and just a process which start from acquisition of a talent in the organization till the retirement, till the exit of that employee from the organization. The process which come in between this particular circle called as a talent management. So I have already said that your human resource management basically focus on only 4 parameters. What are that? Anyone remember? Is very, very important. Whenever you go for an interview, you please try to remember that madam always used to say that your whole HR functions focus or revolve around the only 4 basic criteria of a human resource management. What is that? Anyone remember that? Yes, Akash, do you remember? Amruta, Harsha. Okay, acquisition. That is the first step of any HR department. Then what is second? Anyone? Development. Acquisition, then development, then maintenance of the employee. I'm talking about not a material. I'm talking about the maintenance. Oh my God. So maintenance of that employee, and then last is a retention or compensate or remunerating them to remuneration. So these are a basic function which come under the talent management. So now everything we are doing for acquiring a talented employee, that's why we are calling at this subject as a talent management. So when Sneha is asking me, ma'am, this particular process, that is a talent acquisition, is nothing but the recruitment and selection. But here we are keeping certain objective in mind that we want talented employee on that particular respective position, or during just to fulfill that vacancy in the organization. That's why we are working hard to acquire a talent in the organization, so that whatever the investment we are doing for this respective function of the HR, which will not go waste. So that is the basic objective behind the why we are giving a name as a talent acquisition. Acquiring a talent in the organization, a simple meaning, but the process remains the conceptual meaning of the talent acquisition will remain same what we are learning under the recruitment and selection. Are you getting, Sneha?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, it's very simple concept. Only thing that now we need to upgrade your old version. जैसे आपके जैसे सॉफ्टवेयर होते हैं ना, so we are upgrading our HR with the, so that we can meet with the current scenario. Now considering, meanwhile suppose मेरा automatically stop हो जाएगा. I'm just giving one example now. Recruitment, during this pandemic situation, many organizations, they started identifying, can we have a various changes or process during this particular pandemic situation, how to recruit a talented employee. Now, just I have started with the EQ. Now, most of the people, they are giving importance to the EQ. Why? Now, to tackle in this critical situation, they don't want only a highly educated employee, they want a balanced employee. Are you getting? Now the scenario completely changed. Okay, because most of the people, they are getting a health issues. They are not able to concentrate. They are not, because of their maybe a fear of loss of their job or many other fear. Due to that, they are not able to focus on their work. Here we want not only a highly educated employee, we want a balanced employee, mentally strong, physically strong. Physically strong can be easily identified, can easily check, but how to check mentally fit person? It's too difficult. So organization on behalf of an employee, they are taking a, what we can say, the help of a many psychological department or many what we can say, the trial and error method, so that they can focus on the mental health of their employee. For that, they are implementing some recreational services in the premises. Maybe yoga hai, hasya yoga hai, certain different exercise in the campus, in the premises. So they are doing a trial and errors basis, so that they can keep their employee mentally fit, so that they can take any challenges. So now this is a requirement of current scenario. Don't you feel that that was not present 1 decade before? When I recruited in the Navy body, there was no such type of test, EQ test, but now it is a requirement. Okay, so according to situation, we need to change the HR functioning. हो सकता है कि when you will become certain HR manager or CEO of any organization after 1 or 2 decades, your HR platform will totally change. Okay, now nobody thought that many people, they will work from home.